G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're getting interrupted by someone. What is that? Yeah! It's bloody Evilhawk. What's he doing here? Anyway, today we're doing some barra mods. Got my IC-7, gonna fit that. Going to fit my little dash triangle, finish off the interior, probably chuck in some new plugs. I've got some brand new set of Ford coils I'll throw in, chuck a coil cover on, a NA coil cover. What else are we doing today? Got a turbo beanie from 1320 Motorsports, Funk turbo beanie, so probably whack that on. That's probably about it for today's video. We'll see what else I get distracted with and decide to fit, but let's go check out what's going on with Evilhawk. So Evilhawk leaving the garage for the first time since Drag Challenge, so had a pretty successful weekend, but unfortunately she got a little hot on a couple of passes, so we've got a little bit of a suspicion going on here. We're fearing the worst and hoping for the best, so we'll I think we're realizing the worst may be a reality, so that's just jizzed itself. So
yeah, even just releasing.
Yeah, let's like, I mean, you did drive here, so it's going to have pressure, but yeah, let's there
we go.
Get a little update. Alrighty, so we've got Evilhawk here, fresh off Drag Challenge about 4 weeks ago, so nothing like a fresh update. So how'd you go?
We're good. We got second in our class for the 650 class. Heaps of stuff we need to do on the tune side of things. Like to get the thing to leave, right?
Mechanical side of things.
Yeah, no, just keeping all the positives first.
651 or something, didn't you?
Yeah,
spot on.
Yeah, no, we need the thing to leave. You know, it's still got more in it, but came to Warwick and it got a bit warm, just a touch.
Yep. And
we pulled thermostat, ran it around the street, mint 85 degrees. Yep. We're like, sweet, let's send it. Got out to Willowbank, did a pass, and it went 120 degrees. So yeah, it's a bit warm.
Suspicion on the old head gasket. So
yeah. So
finally pulled it out of hibernation, give that a good flush, and get all the sludge out because bolt the coolant and stuff. So
yeah, give
that a bit of a clean out and test and see what's going on with it. Whether we've got to pull the motor and pull these heads out of it.
Yeah, but
hopefully not. I have a suspicion that it's just a bit of an air pocket because it's not full.
I'm confident in that you're confident.
Everyone else says it's the head, so I'm usually wrong. So we'll see.
I'm preparing for the
see
worst
what we
here.
find.
So, but anyway, should be mint. But yeah, it's once I'm done with fixing this, then I've got to apparently now turn mine up because this thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still only make 400 horsepower less than you, so I wouldn't be too scared yet.
Yeah, but you're more than 400 kilos lighter than me too.
Yeah, anyway. So, speaking of that, last night I was sent a message from Jamison for a Process West Stage 3 cooler on Marketplace. So I hit the messenger, made a deal, and skedaddled up to Beachmere to go pick it up. So, let's make 1,000 horsepower with this bad boy. So, yeah.
What are you doing today?
Today, hey?
What are we doing on this thing today?
Today we're doing what I said earlier in the video.
Oh, you've already said it? Hey, look, I turned up late.
Jesse yells at me if I repeat myself too much, so.
Oh, I'm sure it'll get filled in.
Let's just get into it. Guys, so picked up a Process West Stage 3 cooler off a fella up in Beachmere, so pretty cool. Got a good price on it, saved me a lot of money. Got a IC-7, bad boy there. No, I'm not going a UC-10 because probably not going to be a forever car, and I'm also not mounting it with a Mako dash because it's 400 bucks, and I got that Haltech one for free. Got a NA core cover. That was a sponsorship from Evilhawk for sucking him off. Down at 1320 yesterday, picked up a Funk turbo beanie, a weld-on bung for a trans temp sensor, so a SealTech sensor. Got myself a genuine bonnet cable, which found out they don't do fuse boxes anymore, so probably going to have to repair this fuse box where that mounts. Got 6 genuine coils, some new plugs, and the dash triangle. So let's fit some of this today. Definitely not fitting the cooler or the temp sensors and stuff today because we're just in the dyno cell. Workshop's fully packed up and not getting unpacked today. So probably...
yeah, cameraman's back now. He called me out last time.
Camera bitch.
Camera bitch, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's worth it. Couple of springs. Heat managed specialist. All right, gonna start with the easy stuff because I'm like that. It's got an instruction booklet. All right. Yep, pretty basic. Fit to turbo, done. I assume it goes that way. This definitely doesn't look like it's gonna fit. This turbo skis fits very close to that rocker cover. Oh, it's stabbing me already. I'm thinking we go without the spring too, because might get some pliers to forcibly fit this. I think that's the right way anyway, because the mullet section of it seems to be wanting to go onto the, you know, where the flange is, like the flatter part of that, because it's kind of flat there. Anyway, yeah, we could just look at the instructions, but...
Absolutely not.
I only bought this just to make my turbo look bigger.
It doesn't already look big.
In the words of Frankie.
You definitely should stick with training.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
There's fiberglass going everywhere. Just trying to get past these V-band bolts, but it...
Oh yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if you just force it past or maybe I should spin those V-band bolts, but I'm sure I don't want to undo those. Definitely doesn't want to go down anymore. So that's as low as that's going. Oh, I'm going to be so itchy tomorrow. There's definitely no front spring going on this thing. Maybe. With where the turbo drain sits, it's definitely not going to get the front spring. Rear more likely.
My honest opinion though, just give you that, I actually fucking rate this. Especially for the price you got it, man. It's sick. Even the stock looking and exhaust coming out the back of it. Whilst Bentley's raging, let's keep walking around.
I'm not raging.
It's gonna happen soon.
Yet.
I know you well enough now too.
So if you want to see what's going on here, I'll grab the camera. So what I'm trying to do here is, you've got the pliers under the dump pipe. I'm trying to grab the end of that spring. If you hold that there, I just can't see the end ring. You probably can see it on the camera, but I can't from where I am. Got it. Now putting it on here will be a mission. Whoop. Might need goggles for this.
Oh, there we go. There's some bloody good dangles there.
I've got a better idea, I think. I think we hook something to it while it's up.
A bit of string or something.
Oh, actually a pick. Pick will probably work better. Let's go with a pick. I think this pick will be too long actually. Run into the same problem as the long pliers that I started with. That it's hard on the wastegate. Get the dog. Definitely need goggles for this. I would highly recommend you use goggles for this. But I mean, I'm a professional, so I don't need goggles for this. Definitely making this look harder than it is. What is the trick to this? I'm sure there is one. Might grab it now with the pliers so I can maneuver it better. It's about to slip, so I'm just going to hook it again. There we go, boys. So you got to hold it there, not on the ring, and then you can hook it on. And she's on. Bloody easy as that, fellas. Just so easy. Anyone can do it. Alright, so that does look a little bit better. Looks pretty good. Being the darker one, it's not real bright. Sort of reflecting the torch a bit, but should suck a bit of heat away from that intake because I don't have an intake yet because I've got no battery relay done yet because of this stupid piping. I'm now a heat managed specialist. So now let's whack some coils, plugs and coil cover on and make this look a little bit more complete because I hate the look of exposed coils. I was going to tape up those harnesses and stuff, but it's just going to look better with a cover. Pro tip, if you're doing spark plugs quickly, the picture on the box is the way they are in the box. So we were 20th hour, we're going to go to 18th hour this time. Who's doing this?
You're doing it. Oh, yeah. I was just playing.
One.
Oh, I think that's too far. Oh, you're right.
What do you reckon? Too far, he says. Too f***ing perfect, I reckon.
You know how to measure 18th hour, don't you?
Play with it every day.
Dude.
That'll look a lot better. That definitely needs a step bit. That should be sweet. That one will go on. Definitely need a step bit there though.
So
but I'm going to cut groove out of the back so I can run that harness that way.
Yeah. Just do it on top of this.
Just do it right there.
No, not that. Okay.
I think I might just go to the hole.
On 180 at the back there.
Just to try and keep it fairly neat. I'll flip it now and go from the inside. Now, oval shaped, but
yeah,
that should work.
Yeah, that's all right. Mint. Oh yeah, it's good with the back. Oh, did that just crunch it?
Perfect. Exactly what I need to run that little wiring out. Have a f***ing go at that.
That factory, eh? I still think you stick to churning. I agree with Frankie.
Frank.
What did he say?
Right, so that needs to be that way a bit more. Just put in my vise.
Get those paws on it.
Beautiful.
Glove. You get your wires at the back not getting pinched now.
Yeah, it's sticking out my hole.
See?
So this is just a little bit like, probably best to just go one size bigger. This will work, but you know, it's not perfect, but it'll do up. It looks so much better with the cover though.
It actually looks like a complete engine bay now.
Yeah.
Instead of just random ass wires. Considering you did all the random ass wires that you had over here, delete.
Nothing triggers me more than random ass wires.
Yep.
This might need to do this one with some needle nose pliers. Oh, jeez. Tight. Click. Click. Click.
Oh,
That looks so much better. Oh. Werber, get a coil cover, you lazy dog.
wipe
That
down, but-
legit looks so much better.
Yeah. You're welcome. B asked me for it the other day, and I was like, no, I want to keep it for mine.
No, I
but
said,
then,
how much did you pay for it? And he said, you can have it.
And then I was like, no, I'm too lazy to. I'm using his excuses on doing shit on my car. I'm too lazy, and I was like,
We
fuck
never
it.
fit it because we were going on the dyno after we were,
Yeah.
and it never happened. So it went on my car. So I'll buy one for Kyle.
Nah.
I was also too cheap to buy a carbon one. I really want a carbon one because carbon one will look really cool with the paint. They're $600. That one was free, so just go with the free option.
Nah, looks heaps better. That is heaps better. Get a couple of little bolts. more
Yeah, I'll
than
put some bolts in it for next weekend.
Yeah, and then that way it's got something there. But
Yeah.
dude, that's so much tidier.
Yeah, and then obviously, like, clean all the fingerprints and elbow marks off everything, and perfect. All right, so I just gave the engine bay just a little quick wipe down. Took all the slime off a lot of stuff. Haven't done sort of this side though. Next thing I'm going to derail myself with, might adjust that, run that backwards just so it looks a little bit less obvious. Now, let's spend about 20 minutes doing something that will just improve this a lot. Snap on, if you're watching, give me a sponsorship drill. Then we'll straighten up this little, give these a bit of a straighten. Just a little spritz, give that a little spritz. Just missing some paint, and then maybe that little,
Just missing a
just
bolt.
throw a bolt in there.
Yeah.
Pull it off the other BO. Then might give the heater hoses into the dash just a little cap, just to take your eye off them. And relocate that Haltech cable just to under the AC fittings.
Oh yeah, there you
So that takes your eye off that too.
Yeah.
Just little things that just make a big difference.
Well,
and
the big showpiece on this car is the engine bay, so
yeah, it's the only part of it that's nice. And then like, just the wipers, just the rusty bolt, literally just blast that with a fucking rattle can for 1 second and all of a sudden that's no longer orange.
perfect. Sorry about
And
it.
once that dries, you won't even notice it once it dries.
Other than the overspray on the windscreen now, but hey,
What about where the elbow is on that one?
let's have a look. Oh, what the fuck have you done?
Let's look at it when it dries, all right?
Oh no.
Judge me on my finished product, not on my
I think we're
not
gonna
on
have to
my
take
work
them
in
off.
progress.
Definitely gonna have to take them off and actually do them properly.
Perfect.
He's better.
All right, one more thing. Yellow Haltech wire, gone. Skis takes your eye off that. Bloody beautiful. All right, that's about it for the engine bay now. I'm gonna find some bolts for that before next week. Got a car show I'm going to, so gonna hard park with the bonnet up. The rest of the car looks gross, but look cool under the bonnet. All right, so I found some whatever you call it. What do you call it?
Pinch weld.
Pinch weld. Wax and pinch weld on there. That looks heaps better. So now it's really looking all complete, like all together. Sweet, all done there. Let's fit this dash. Been bloody looking forward to this. The color match ain't the best, but oh, stop it.
Dude, it's actually perfect.
The different angle makes it not obvious.
Yeah.
The fact that it's no longer half a gauge there is bloody all I needed to know. All right, so now we're gonna go IC-7. So I am just gonna mount it to here-ish if it fits. I'm pretty sure they do. You just put a bolt and nut through here to hold the mount and then mount it to the mount. I'll just run the cables down. For now, temporary, It's literally just gonna run and hijack into this. So don't fucking at me with your freaking, because all I need to do is tee into these 4 wires. So I'll probably peel this one back a bit and crimp into this, if that's how you do it. I don't know. Now, I have no idea if I can do this. I'm pretty sure I can. I haven't officially looked at anything yet, but instead of buying a hub, which basically I would need to, you know, you put that into the hub and then you put a male to male into that into the hub, and then the dash into the hub. You can, because it's just CAN, you got power, earth, and you CAN high, CAN low. You literally just daisy chain them, add the next one, and then it should just work. We'll find out. We'll find out together. But yeah, I'm basically just going to pull some of that sheathing back and get more length in that, crimp to that, add my second wire. I might even crimp a thing to that, and then basically I have what I need for the dash to just be able to plug in both. Pretty sure that'll work.
We'll see.
The dash has to be the last thing on the chain, so I don't know if it'll work if it's there, because then that's not the last one, they're kind of together. Yeah, I don't know. There's no other way to do it when there's only 2 of them though, so unless my brain just can't comprehend how to do that, but I'm pretty sure that that's right. I'm pretty sure I've got, if not, we should have a DT pin set with a 4-pin. We might have a connector set, or I might even have an old CAN cables or something laying around somewhere from some old ECU somewhere in the dyno box, one of Rob's little tricks up his sleeve I might be able to pinch. And if there's a pigtail, I can just crimp it all, heat shrink it all, and you'll never know that it was done. It'll just look like that, but without dropping it. It'll just kind of look like that, but both male, or whatever I need for the dash. I haven't even looked at it. Because I'm a bit of a gorilla and I've worked on plenty of Fords, I just started ripping into this. Having said that though, I did just find some interesting things. There's one random wire hanging there. I don't know if that's meant to be hanging out.
Was your horn work?
See that? Yeah, horn works. I don't know if that's been cut. It's in the back of the clock spring. Anyway, I'm just going to pull this off. Hope these little rubber dicks don't break. So anyway, drill 2 holes, nut and bolt, mount the bracket. Obviously test fit it before actually mounting it. But yeah, and that'll sit there. Haltech will mount to that. I'll just be able to see it under the dash. And then if I need to see anything on the factory dash, I'll still be able to see it from behind. I'm not wiring all this stuff because, like I said, it's not going to be my forever car. If I sell this car, I might take the dash with me for the next car. So easier just to do it fairly temporarily. You can definitely use it if you get into a street fight.
Yeah.
They're a hefty unit. And then that'll just,
So we'll go back to normal.
that just mounts to that.
Like
It's basically that size. So once it's on there, it'll just, like that, somewhere. And that's about it. I wonder if you could actually, you probably can't mount that upside down. I wonder if you could do the dash upside down and mount it under there. That would make more sense. But anyway, now I was almost going to get the option with the sunshade, but I figured more likely to hit the steering wheel. So, but if glare's an issue, I might do that. But I don't think glare will be an issue for now.
Those holes there, they up on this side if you 180 it?
No, because it's,
Oh no, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
if they were there, you could 180 it, yeah.
yeah, there's 3 holes on that anyway. So obviously there's a shitload of pins. I'm only using 4 today because a lot of these are pre-terminated, like they're assigned to indicators and stuff. If you just run the wire to the indicator pin, you don't have to set it up in the dash, it'll just flash. But I'm not bothering with any of that stuff. I don't need that. So that's your dash. It's a CAN, and then you populate that as much as you need. But I need none of it, so yeah. There is also extra IO with the dash. So if you're out of IO in your Haltech, you can add, like you could wire a sensor to that pin, and then the dash will send that to the ECU via CAN. So if you connect it with the CAN wires. So obviously you get all your pins and everything. It's just all the hardware for the USB cable, which is on my toolbox because I forgot to put it back in the box when I put it all back together. Because I was going to pretend that it was freshly unboxing it, but anyway. So basically my plan is either crimp the extra plug to this or crimp the extra plug to the other one, probably to this, because I can change that out easier because it's actually just sitting there, because the other one runs through the firewall. So rather than risk hooking up the one that's in the firewall already, I'm just going to crimp this one. It's also way too long, so I'm assuming there's probably some kind of shielding going on in there anyway. And I could probably actually buy another one of these that's shorter and not crimp this one and save this one for something else. But I'm not going to shorten this because when if I do ever actually wire it properly, it'll go in through the dash and all that and be a bit neater. But for now, it's just literally going to hang out with its wang out. I do wish that they made this just that little bit neater, so that you don't have that straight up hanging out of the dash. For the people that are lazy like me and just mounting it there, it would be neater if it was an extra CAN plug straight into the back of it, like this plug and a CAN plug would make a little bit more sense. I've already changed my mind and convinced myself I'm just going to wire it properly because it literally will take 5 minutes. So I'm just going to send this. Alright, to get that through there, I might need to drill a hole in that. Might just need to take the corner off that. Or, oh no, I can go probably down there. Let's see if we can snake it through without cutting any holes. Definitely easier to film this with the film bitch. That will now come out there.
This way.
There we go. That's what we're all fishing for. There we go, guys. I did it properly. Are you proud of me? It only took 2 seconds. That's not perfect, but it's not going to hurt anything being like that. I'm pretty sure that trim will go back in. I'll just sit over it. Yeah, perfect. Cool. That already sat out gross anyway, because that's, oh, that's actually, might even be able to fix that a little bit. Oh, I've made that way worse. Oh, this can even go back in. Oh, maybe not. Well, that sits better. It doesn't stick out now.
Yeah, well, it's been.
Alright, that can stay out till it's all wide in. And I can just leave that excess bundled up in there under the tissue box holder. Maybe just poke it through the rubber boot or something on that. Or just run it down the side. Just pull it out the side of the rubber boot there. I'll probably even be able to tuck all of that in the dash so that you only see that sticking out. Have it more like that.
So most of that could hide bin behind it. So
it'll just be sticking out like that.
Yeah.
You won't see any of that because that'll just be behind it.
Yep.
It'll be bloody mint. Bloody mint. Alright. Alrighty. So I think I need this fitted and I need to look at how it's going to be while I'm trying to drive to see what it's going to work like. That'll be good. I'm not going to get distracted by that random wire until something doesn't work that should work, then I'll think about it. It's kind of pretty shit, to be honest. Probably there. I'm kind of wedge it in.
When you get deeper, does it actually give you more room? I know you lose a little bit more sight of you.
That'll work.
It just fits like the actual bracket on the back.
Yeah. I remember the Zane Lindsay's one was like that and it was perfect. It was super solid. He must have used a different mount. Oh, I reckon we just fucking start sending it and see what happens.
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Out there, but that's a little offset, so I'll probably go over a bit. Get the old trusty step drill out. I'm gonna use a nut and bolt. So it's like a fairly big washer under there, so it's as solid as it can be. Can't think of a single thing that could go wrong. Probably a little bit big, but no turning back now. Mate, I'm a fucking engineer. Alright, so that's what it looks like from the top. From the bottom, a lot of washers gonna overlap, but because the bolt's pretty close together, I'd rather have it real big washers just so it doesn't flex that plastic too bad. It's really quite solid, but it's also loose enough where if you really force it, it'll move because the holes are a little bit big, so should be perfect. Alright, so I've got the rubber dog mounted. Just gonna run that up and out the hole. My bolts are hitting the clock spring. I'm a fucking engineer. That's a bit annoying. So the bolts are hitting like here. So I could either take a lump out of that, or I could probably just jam the steering column up into the top of this cluster here. Might just sort of sit it there and jam this up into here and just see how that holds for now. That's gross. Alright, so we've got to come up with a better option for that, but we will do that off camera later. I just want to get this working for now.
What's the view for you?
It's pretty good. It cuts off that, like literally that much of it is all that gets cut off.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna hit it with die grinder to see how much we can take out of this. I'm gonna have to vacuum all this too, but it's alright. Now, because it's actually quite hard to see what he's actually hitting, that might not have done anything, but we'll find out. Well, it's hitting the bolt, I think. I think it's hitting that screw.
Oh.
Maybe just the plastic, but we can take that away. You know, it would have been easier? Just buying the Mako Motorsport mount for 350 bucks. What a fucking idiot. It's very close. Still hitting that bolt, I think, though. It's basically there though. Nah, still floppy. Alright, so this bolt was definitely hitting, so I was trying to squeeze it into some vice grips to die grind it. That flew away into the dyno bed. So we're just going to leave it out and zip tie it, because this is just a little flimsy like the stalks. So we're just going to zip tie that just so it doesn't wobble. Except there's not really much plastic left. But we'll just run one zip tie through there for now. And then that's not going to be in the way. Probably wouldn't recommend doing this to anyone at home. Yeah, that just pulled straight through the plastic.
Oh.
Yep, and then I just broke the zip tie. Fuck it.
She flimsy. Should be right.
Now without the bolt, it should fit. Right, taking off more. Seeing as that's broken now anyway, the zip tie trick's not going to work. Alright, that fits now. Sweet, good enough. Now vacuum everything. Do that at the end, I think. Coil went and found the DTM plug kit we've got, so we can make up a Y harness. So I'll do that now. So slight change of plans with the wiring because the wire I've got is too thick. I can't double up in these pins. This wire is about the max I can fit. So we've got male coming out of the firewall, so that'll go into there. That'll then split off into another male for this. So I'll pin that. That'll connect to there. And then the dash is a male, so we'll make another female, and that'll connect into there. And then I'll just crimp those together, heat shrink it, make 2 separate pigtails off that, instead of trying to put 8 wires into there, which is what I was trying to do. So yeah, it'll be crimped together at the midpoint instead. So this is all just fairly basic DTM connectors. I'm not going to show you how to do it all. So obviously you just need a little bit of pre-planning when you're building a harness. So don't forget to put your heat shrink and loom sort of stuff over as you're going, and it'll make your life easier. This is going to go on not too bad. So that'll terminate that end of that. So now I've got, there my ends. These will make the join. They'll all get crimped together. These will cover the ends of the braid sleeve, and then this will join, this will cover the whole join. And the whole join and all these 2 heat shrink pieces should all be covered by that. I reckon people have paid money for worse. Plug in my dash. Wait, this was supposed to be Hey.
That's definitely not right.
Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
That end
Hey,
there.
we're up. Don't watch where you go grabby.
That's the one you want.
Right, so that's the dash wire.
Yeah.
Just make sure red to blue, red to black. Yeah.
Let's hope
Yeah.
I push them in the right holes, eh?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm checking. Not bad.
Well, I didn't do that end, so if that's wrong, that's you.
Now we're either going to blow up the ECE or everything's going to just work. So what we're looking for here is the dash to work and the keypad to both light up.
And the wipers together.
Oh, just going to put all this together, tinker with it after work every night this week, get everything set up on the dash, how I like it, and then I will make a video making the mount, because I'm not going to make the mount during the week. And yeah, basically all I have to do now is just vacuum and put a few trims back in. So you saw all that last week with my sweet vacuuming. So my grand plan worked, which saved me $100 and probably cost me $100 in connectors, but hey, I did it myself, so don't have a can hub here, so I'm done. Just going to show you what it all looks like. Tucked everything up pretty neatly, I reckon, and we'll do all the testing of the dash, like not testing, sorry, dash setup in another video. So it may be in a video, it may not. I may just tinker with it after work each night, but yeah, this is what the interior ended up coming out like. I reckon it looks really awesome. She just mounted there so you can still see the fuel gauge and everything if you need. Then got all the wires tucked in. Everything's tucked in behind the keypad there. The keypad wiring used to come down under the floor here and just hang out on the floor. That's all tucked in here now, and the laptop connect cable is all tucked in through there. So it's got a fair bit of wires bunched up in there, but once I make a bracket to hold that keypad and stuff, it doesn't really matter, should be right. Then obviously can add the USB cable to the screen. I think I can, if I can edit the screen just connecting through the ECU, great. If not, I can just add that USB cable to that as well. Then yeah, set the dash up and we're laughing. So put in the final montage of the engine bay because I'm bloody frothing how much that looks awesome. So I'm not the only one that's frothing this. Bloody Cole's dog was here frothing as well. That looks so much better. Just like 2-3 hours of work and like $100 in parts. Amazing. Just need to make an intake, move the battery. These headlights off.